I didn't feel like sitting there and continuing to play in the mocks with the build of the deck that I didn't feel like I liked, so I want to try some different things. There was that weird build with Days Undoing that we tried that had bolts in it, but that was a functionally different deck. It was kind of a functionally different deck. This hand's great. This is the nut draw, chat. Turn 1 Howling Mine, go. Threw away a whole $0. Yep. We're not always holding cards, chat. A lot of people don't seem to understand that this deck's pretty good at spending its cards. People keep wanting us to put cards in our deck that imply we have a bunch of cards in our hand. I'm like, look at my hand. I spent 3 cards on turn 1. We also don't have that many different converted mana cost of blue cards. How's Scepter been doing? Literally haven't played a game with it. First league. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I assume this matchup is unwinnable, but I haven't actually played it. We're gonna play it. We're gonna make them go through the motions. I assume we can never actually win this, but I'm gonna give it the old college best here. How many angers are on my board? 4 angers, 3 things. Let's do it, chat. I think we put it into play once, though, Shadowless, so my statement that I haven't really played with it is accurate. Like, playing 5 matches with 1 Scepter is very different than, like, having actually put the card into play and doing stuff with it. Alright, let's just get Fevered Visions going. Maybe try and steal 1. I will change Stream Decker from one Owl deck to the other. I don't think Chalice on Zero is very good. I'm not sure I understand, like the cards they're playing for 0 are largely shitty, so I'm not sure why we want that. Not sure why that's our goal. What are we trying to accomplish by doing that? It's a Vision Schemes. Alright, so I get to do this. I get to unsub this. Could we steal this? Could we maybe steal this? Their hand's a little slow. They didn't have fast mana. I'm feeling like we're not completely dead, but that has to be wrong, right? They're going to 13. They're going to 11. We have to survive like 2 more turns here. I'm not dead yet. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I spoke too soon. 8, 9, 10. Down to 3. Oh, and they gain a bunch of life. Oh, that's why we're never winning. Hey, Owl Serious, how warm is that costume? Thank you for the 5-month resub. The costume's not actually that bad. Maybe they won't have an untapped land to move their thing. Maybe they won't have an untapped land to move their cranial plating. Maybe they won't have an untapped land to move their cranial plating. We need to hit double trap off of Skeens during their draw step. Yeah, that was the play to win line, you're right. Dead. Gosh, we were so close! We were so close. If they hadn't hit this cranial plating, I think we probably would have won that game. But, like, expecting them not to draw their 4 of when we're giving them a bunch of extra cards every turn is probably pretty unrealistic. All right, got these remands, got this Ebony Owl Nasuk. No, you cannot Scepter Exhaustion. You can Scepter Noxious Revival, and then Noxious Revival Exhaustion every turn. Yeah, Blood Moon is slow and bad. Scepter is too slow? You think so? Am I supposed to cut Howling Mine? How do we feel about cutting Howling Mine? The two cards Twitch chat is incapable of reading or knowing what the text box is, of looking it up, is Isochron Scepter and Unsubstantiate. I'm pretty convinced at this point that no one in Twitch chat knows what either of the text boxes on those cards are. We conceded the 6th round because I was bored. Yeah, I think Scepter Bolt is fine. Scepter Noxious is probably also fine. Let's try this. I don't understand. We're gonna put Exhaustion on the Scepter. It's gonna be great. Hurkyl's Recall is really narrow, chat. Again, this is a format where there are tons of different decks. I haven't played against Affinity in like 30 matches on Magic Online. I'm not putting narrow, shitty cards in our sideboard to fix one matchup that's bad. It's okay to have matches that are bad for your Modern deck. Most Modern decks have lots of matches that are very bad for them. It's okay. That's how the format is. It's a format where matchup variance exists and is a thing. Taking a bunch of sideboard slots and making it so you hurt a bunch of other matchups to have your 10% matchup become a 40% matchup is a bad use of your sideboard slots in a format like Modern. It's okay to sit down in a matchup and go, you know what, we're pretty unlikely to win this, and we're not doing anything to change it. If you're not playing a tier 1 deck in Modern, that's just gonna be how it is. Even the tier 1 decks in Modern have a non-zero amount of matches that they're just very bad in. Birds of Paradise decks tend to be bad matchups for us, game 1. Postboard, when we get Anger and Thing, they're usually not too terrible. We dropped the Mox. That seems decent. Imprint that one. Watch have like main deck Quasley Pride Mage, make me throw up in my mouth. Could be Ponza. Whenever people talk about that's all right, yeah, we're playing against Ponza. When people talk about metagaming Modern, I often want to be like, do you play the same format I do? Because you can't really metagame this format. There's just a bunch of decks and everybody just does whatever they want to do. Like, there's just a lot of just random stuff, and that's okay, you know? That's a-okay. Are we gonna steal this game? This boomerang on this scepter is about to get my jimmies all rustled. Feeling really good here. It's a format where the most popular decks in the format are never even 10% of the format as a whole, right? Like, I think this is fun for my opponent. They're playing Ponza. They don't deserve to have fun. Pick it up. Who's the landy deck now? I mean, the bird's going to be pretty good here with the ice cards. So someone asked, why did I decide to put the birds back in the deck? Unlike a lot of Magic players, I'm willing to accept when I'm wrong. So I periodically, when I'm tuning a deck for a tournament, I periodically test things that I think were previously bad in a deck to make sure things haven't changed or that my initial feelings weren't wrong on the thing that I was assessing. It's okay to backpedal and be like, okay, we should test this some more. Can you feel it now, Mr. Krabs? Can we taste it? Oh yeah, that's exactly what we want. You get to start drawing extra cards now. I'm kind of in love with this Scepter Boomerang right now. Not gonna lie. Kind of in love with Scepter Boomerang at the moment. It is everything I want to be doing in Modern. Is putting a boomerang on my Isochron Scepter. Your move, Yugi boy. I'm just over here doing bad things to worse people. Are we done here, opponent? Are we done here? Why are we still playing Magic? If they had a lightning bolt, the trap didn't kill them, so I wanted to play around that. I also don't have to show them I have traps in my deck here, so let's just not do that. That turn I could have hard cast trap, but I just genuinely didn't want to show them that I had trap in my deck at that point. Hard fought for both sides, right? I'm pretty sure this is an anger matchup. Pretty sure this is an anger matchup. We LD'd the LD deck, ain't that the truth? So I know Ebony Owl was good there, but I think that's actually going to be kind of a rarity, and I think we're supposed to board it out in this matchup. 60% of the meta was never Pod and Twin, unless that's the joke. So I'm gonna cut the Owl. Bolt's fine here, a little bit of reach. I want these, I want the revivals. What am I actually cutting here, chat? What are we actually cutting? Yeah, the owl costume's not bad. It's pretty cozy. Nice and furry. Yeah, BB unsubstantiate's probably pretty bad. I could trim Scepter, assuming they're just like bringing in the full force of their their sideboard artifact hate after that first game. 60% of potted twin decks were oh, the memes. Oh, the memes. Yeah, I think the problem is if like I'm cutting all these 2-mana things, like the Scepters become worse. So like I don't think I want to leave Scepter in with only like 14 things to put on it. Let's try this. Click is Disruption. I got bored and conceded the Mox in round 6. So you could say 3 and 3. This hand doesn't really do anything, right? Locust God is really slow and clunky. This deck doesn't need more slow and clunk. The Anger and Chalices are worth playing. Anger is good against Birds of Paradise decks that are good at playing their hand out underneath your bounce spells and counter spells. And Chalice of the Void shuts down a lot of different decks in Modern that are specific. It has Vision Schemes in it and Anger. Lack of red mana kind of sucks though. Alrighty. Ding. Okay, unless they have a Utopia Sprawl, we're not getting... Okay, yep, never mind. Yeah, I let on the Cascade Bluffs first for a reason. I'd rather they blow this up than my basic island, I think. That's I had the choice. If they Bloodbraid Elf here... Hopefully if they Bloodbraid Elf, they like hit another creature, and I just get to like Anger and clean them all. I mean, do we have... Like, again, like, don't just tell me the text of a card. Sphinx's Tutelage does what? It fixes what matchup? What problem do you envision the deck that we're playing right now having? And how are you solving that problem by adding the card you're suggesting we add? That's how you want to approach deck building. You want to ask yourself, what problem does this thing that I'm working on have? And how am I fixing that problem by making this change? That's the smart, efficient way to approach deck building. Just gonna go ahead and kill the Utopia Sprawl with the Boomerang. It's a big boy, chat. It's a big boy. Land, please. Land, please. Land, please. Land, please. Ding. I think I actually want to get Fevered Visions going here. Just casting Exhaustion without a Fevered Visions or something like that going is just like It's like you're just treading water. You're not actually moving forward or accomplishing anything. So I think I'd rather take another hit here. Oh, now we're dead. This is actually lethal. Because this is, they can monster this. So we're going to take 12 here down to 2. Alright, well, we're not dead next turn, but we're getting there. Yeah, casting Exhaustion without the Fever Vision out would just be a cantrip. Alright, so I'm gonna cast this and then cast Exhaustion, just like work towards flipping this thing here, hopefully. A good series of draws off this Fevered Visions. We get a Boomerang. We boarded our unsubs. Maybe unsub is better than remand since they have things like Stormbreath Dragon. Shiva Bolt for lethal. Oh, Elf, sure. Looks like we're dead. We could hit exactly Boomerang here. We should add Thing in the Ice list of cards people have no idea what they do. Alright, so I'm gonna put my Unsubstantiates back in. We didn't actually see any... How much RAM are we using, Magic Online? Over 2 gigs? I'll restart after this match. Am I allowed to sideboard here? Thank you. So unsub seems pretty good. I'm gonna trim... Am I gonna trim these remands? Vision Skeins for Ape Bolt would have saved us. God, that's a good line. Thank you for pointing that out. That's a fantastic line. Thank you. Fevered Visions felt like it wasn't good enough there, didn't it? Maybe Anger's not good enough. I'm gonna put these Scepters back in on the play. Alright, let's do it. Team just doesn't do anything. Hessian's okay. Needs another land. He gets a scry though. I'm gonna bottom that, hoping to draw a land, I think. Pitching Spirit Guide to cast a 2-drop and then missing our land drop on 2 is just like not a winning line. God, what a tilt. What a tilt. I guess we can Boomerang that, right? I'm on the play, Schmooze. I could not cast a turn 1 Howling Might. If I was on the draw, I would have kept the Simian Spirit Guide on top. Chat, we're on the play. We're on the play. No, they just like name. That's probably the only reason they bought that. They brought this card in, right? I don't think you have to be ghosting to do what they just did. Fever Visions is great. Sign me up. I should just let this boarded out, assuming they'd have hate for it. Just like had all my remands in or something. Or left a couple of angers in potentially. Yeah, Fever Vision is super powerful. It's a fun card to cast too. Hey, Bobby H97 with that brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much and welcome. I do appreciate that. As always, subscriptions are the best way you can support what I do here. So thank you, thank you, thank you. At 2 shots, another land. We really just want to hit all of our land drops here. Land, please. Please, come on. Yeah, definitely want to play 20 lands in this deck. Just gonna go ahead and exhaustion here. I think I'm gonna go Howling Mine plus bounce this forest this turn. Yeah, I agree, Cliffy. I think we've lost far more games to stumbling than to flooding. It's possible, I talked about maybe testing Fumarole in the deck too. It's possible I might just want to go up some lands to test Fumarole. Huh. So now do I want to Boomerang plus hold Remand? I think I want to just play Howling Mine, play Boomerang. And then hopefully going Thing in the Ice into exhaustion can kind of propel us into a winning spot next. Moving forward. They could Stone Rain me now, but I've got a lot of lands, so... A lot. We've not. The builds without Vision Skeins are much worse at flipping Thing in the Ice, which is what we've played previously. All the matches we played today were not playing Vision Skeins, and you are correct that we are significantly worse at flipping Thing in the Ice when we do not have this card in our deck. Sure, Cliffy, but I'm not suggesting cutting untapped lands for tapped lands. I'm suggesting playing the same amount of untapped lands that we're playing now. I'm just suggesting playing more total lands in the deck. I agree that I would not cut lands for tapped lands in this deck. Untapped lands here would be ideal. So we can go Thing plus exhaustion. Come on. Come on. That's so frustrating. Why would I want a Crucible? There are literally no lands in my graveyard right now. What would Crucible do? Use your words. Be a big boy and use your words. Tell me why Crucible is good. Am I just casting Thing in the Ice and passing the turn? No, I don't think I want a double Thing. I think I want to cast Thing, hold up Remand here. What happens if they Storm Breath me? I guess they have up to 6 mana. Can I beat a Inferno Titan from here? I guess double Thing's okay, because it is just lethal, right? I get to block some stuff. Thing sounds fine. Yeah, I think I agree with that. I think Thing sounds fine. I'm gonna bin a Scepter and a Fever Visions here. Look at that. Look at that dirty tapped land. I have this Noxious Revival here too, so we can actually flip the things really soon, right? I think I'm just taking this hit, right? if I block both, Inferno Titan kills both my things. Skeins, revival, remand, revival, revival again. Yeah, you're right. We can flip them both next turn. Yeah, Noxious and Skeins are both very good with Thing in the Ice. That's a Stone Rain, sure. They don't like Stone Rain me twice here. Now I can't flip these, but it doesn't matter. Then I'm just going to exhaustion them and we can flip them over 2 turns. Joke's on them, it's not a tapped land anymore, right? Joke's on them. They upgraded. Oh wait, now they're dead, right? The Simian Spirit Guide makes this lethal. We have the lethal line again. Skeins, revival, remand, revival, revival. Flip my things, kill them. Right, that's lethal. Phyrexian mana is so fair. Isn't Phyrexian mana fair? No, Thing in the Ice doesn't bounce horrors, chat. So Thing in the Ice does not bounce other copies of Thing in the Ice. You're just super, super wrong. Are you like... I like how people are in chat watching this game and going, you know what we need to do? We should play less Thing in the Ice. I like how you could watch... I can't imagine... Like, what can possibly go through your mind watching this game we just played and coming to the conclusion, you know what we need? We need less Thing in the Ice in this deck. I'm playing this game and I'm going, you know what? I probably shouldn't have cut the 4th thing from the sideboard. I probably should have all 4 things in my board. Thank you, everybody, for watching here today. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a full-time meme here on Twitch. I stream Magic 30, sometimes 40 hours a week. If you are enjoying what you see, please consider subscribing on Twitch. My subscribers are the reason I'm able to do what I do as often as I do it. You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors, mtgotraders.com. We'll love to buy and sell some Magic Online cards with you. If you use code HOAGLAND PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buy and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience using code Jeff12. You can save 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, binders, and bags with them. And finally, this stream is made possible by viewers like Anoronics and you. This one especially, this is a donation stretch goal bonus stream. I'm going to be playing this Owling Mine deck in Milwaukee next weekend. If you're going to be in the Milwaukee area or at the Open, please feel free to come up and say hello. I always love meeting people, love signing cards, love shaking hands, love taking pictures. Especially now that we're expanding into cosplay. You know, you need pictures with the owl cosplay, right? Does this make me an official MTG cosplayer? This Big Hoots costume? Anoronics is just a viewer like you. Someone that cheers a lot of bits. I would love to play first. It seems fine. God, this is like, this hand's got like real Magic cards in it. It's got Lightning Bolt on 1 and Remand on 2. So the problem, Holy Diva, is that The only time Kefnit's really active in this deck is when we're really already far ahead. Like, Kefnit's not going to be online if we're playing an average game of Magic, because we... Oh, this matchup is fun. I've played this matchup before. It's a hoot. No, if I had my exact 75 for Milwaukee figured out, I'd be playing it right now, Tumos. The goal for today is to play a bunch of Magic and try and figure out what my 75 should look like. They missed a land drop. All right, well, let's exhaustion them. I think I'm just gonna make us pick up 4 cards here. Squadron Hawk. Oh no, how will they ever keep up with their card advantage? Owls are better than Hawks, right? It's a hoot! Stilphidex with the 10-month resub. Thank you very much and welcome back. I appreciate the continued support. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. This might be a little bit tough, game 1. These decks that play to the board, and definitely a little clunky against them until we get our sweepers online. At some point, probably starting with it tomorrow. It's the top of the donation queue, I believe. If they have a Martyr of Sands, we're probably not going to be able to win this first game. Is Chalice good here? Yeah, I think so. I think Chalice is good here. If they don't have Martyr of Sands, we could potentially steal this game with traps next turn. Another Fevered Visions. So I'm gonna cast this. What are the odds I remand something next turn? Probably pretty high. Yeah, I'm just gonna play this tapped and pass. Hey, Sarkin84 with the brand new tier 1 sub. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. As always, subscriptions are the best way you can support what I do here. That's a Martyr of Sands. Probably means we can't win anymore. It's going to be a lot of health here. They're going to go to like 40 something. Yeah, 43, 37. I guess we could still kill them with traps theoretically. We beat Ponza. Unsubstantiate this so they don't gain more health here. So if they want to cast a Banishing Light here, they won't be able to replay their 6/6, so that's good for us. So do you want to take my Fever Division off the table, or do you want to replay your 6/6? Going with the Banishing Light, that's probably smart. Proclamation of Rebirth to return their thing. I think I'm just passing here. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and pass, I think. I could technically Vision Skeins into all 3 of my traps and kill them here, but that's pretty unlikely. Yeah, if we had like Thing in the Ice in our deck to draw to, we could be in an okay spot here, but without Thing in the Ice, we're gonna be in a little bit of trouble here. Ranger of Eos. Let's do this in response, see what we get. Gotta remand that one. That's a boomerang. Do I want to put Fevered Visions into play here? I guess I do need to bounce this, but like, is my move to try and kill them next turn? Probably. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and boomerang this Oblivion Ring, I think, and put my Fevered Visions back out, so they'll draw a card and they'll take 2 here. Yeah, I think this is a Chalice matchup. A lot of their stuff costs 1 mana that we care about. We're probably gonna board in a lot of cards here. So they're down to 35 now. We really want to draw some traps here. Exhaustion's a really good draw. Wow, that's a good draw. Yeah, let's do that. Stop it. And then I get to go ahead and play this Howling Mine out. They're going to gain some health here, but we're giving ourselves a lot of chances to draw more traps. It's a Noxious Revival. That's good. That's like a pseudo trap later on, right? There you go. So they're going to 41 here. And then they're going to go back down to 39 from the Fevered Visions. So we need a live one this turn, right? We need them to not have Martyr. We could just Noxious, yeah. We could Noxious the Exhaustion. I'm going to start by hitting the Miku Koru here and see what we get. It's just another Exhaustion, sweet. I think I'd rather Exhaustion to keep them off of their lands at this point. Wait, did they discard a Martyr of Sands? Why did they discard Martyr of Sands? Why didn't they just play that and gain a bunch of life? I don't know. I don't understand, but I'm not going to complain. There's still basic islands left in my deck, right? And we're drawing enough cards at this point that this thinning is statistically significant, so I'm definitely going to fetch here. So I'm going to go ahead and Exhaustion them. Then I'm going to go ahead and play this Fevered Visions out. I'm going to go ahead and pass the turn here. I think we're going to kill them with Milling. I guess that makes sense. I could see that. I could see that being a line that went through their head. Do I want to discard this Isochron Scepter? No, Isochron Scepter lets me lock them out with Exhaustion and Noxious Revival, right? Potentially. Am I just binning these lands? I think I'm binning these lands. Yep. You said we couldn't put Exhaustion under the Scepter, right? What a weird game. What a weird game. This deck just generates such sweet games of Magic. Alright, Exhaustion you. Isochron Scepter, yep. Exile this. Isochron Scepter, yes. Exile, unsubstantiate. Pass the turn here. Yes! Victory! All right. I did not think we were going to win that game one, but that was a hoot. Scepter's been really good, huh? Scepter's been really good. That was fantastic. Just the truly phenomenal. That was a hoot and a half. Hoot and a half, chat. I think Remand's probably not good enough here. I mean, Chalice for one. Yeah, Chalice for one's probably pretty good, right? What am I cutting though? Like this is 11 cards. This is 11 cards, chat. Yeah, Remand is an easy 4. Do you think it's the traps and the skeins? Do I have enough targets for Scepter if I do that? Skeins is really good at triggering Thing in the Ice. What if I cut the Scepters and... I know the Scepter was okay there, but I think this plan's just better. I think this plan's just better. Is this a monkey out matchup? I kind of like that idea. I kind of don't hate cutting some monkeys. I think that's actually a pretty good suggestion. Yeah, they're probably gonna board in Graveyard Hate, actually. I'm gonna cut both of these, assuming they're about to board in Graveyard Hate. And leave the Vision Skeins. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. Let's try this. I assume after what just happened, they're going to think that's our primary game plan. That seems okay. Like, not exciting, but fine. I think it's keepable in this matchup. They're pretty slow. We only have 20 lands, so I don't want to cut all of the Spirit Guides, but trimming a couple seems fine. I think trimming a couple is probably fine. Bolt plus Anger teams up to kill their 6/6s, chat. So if I Skeins here, I'll go to 8 cards, drop to 9, play 2 down to 7. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this here. Jam this Fevered Visions. Oh, and then this makes me drop, and then I have to discard. That's fine though, right? This card does kill very quickly, and worth noting, this card doesn't get exhausted. You can't tire Chad out. I wouldn't be surprised if they still have creature removal in their deck, but yeah, click, I could see click being okay. This could be a Squawk into a Martyr of Sands pop for a bunch of health. It could also just be a 3 mana, yep, it could just be a Banishing Light. I'm gonna go ahead and play Howling Mine here, and then I'm gonna unsubstantiate this Gideon of the Trials. Well, Fevered Visions does pressure Gideon's loyalty total, which is nice for us. Chad is so fit, he never gets tired. Oh, we can't redirect, so be immune to damage. Yeah, you're right, actually. You are correct. Disenchant, rude. I didn't even get to draw from that one yet, opponent. I'm gonna Exhaustion this, and bolt this, and then pass the turn. So I'm playing this. Do I want to just exhaustion them? Nah, I think I'm just gonna wait for a turn. I'm gonna take a hit here. I kind of wish I'd exhaustion them. Now they get to replay Gids. Yeah, maybe I should have just exhaustion them off the Spirit Guide. Oh, I took 1 point of damage. Yeah, you're right. You're correct. Yeah, Snapcaster, in my experience, is just worse than Cryptic Command. A lot of the things you want Snapcaster Mage to do, Cryptic Command just does better. Alright, well, they're going up to 8. Trap you. Do I want to redirect to Gideon? Yeah, probably, right? Probably want to take Gideon out of the picture. Maybe that's wrong. I don't know. We got these exhaustions. Did I just play this monkey as like a king among long ones? I think I'm actually just playing the monkey to gain a couple points of health here. Can eventually attack, right? Other Fevered Visions is okay, especially when we have this other exhaustion to pair it with. Alright. I think I'm just exhaustioning again here. I just want to use my mana. Like, we're drawing a bunch of cards here, so hopefully we'll find other stuff to do with our mana here shortly. What a tilt. What's going on, Aaron? Need to restart the client here after this match. Unsubstantiate, yep. I mean, we're through half our deck, so like drawing half our lands and half our deck, like, is kind of par for the course. Like, remember, we're drawing a lot of lands, but we're also seeing a lot of cards, right? Get to boomerang this Banishing Light here. They're cracking a Martyr of Sands, I assume. They brought in Stony Silence. Yeah, I'm glad I cut. They brought in Stony Silence. Yep. That's funny. You definitely need to get to Thing in the Ice ASAP. I boarded in Chalice too, right? Yeah. This is the type of situation where not having a Cryptic Command in my deck feels kind of bad. Really wish I had a Cryptic Command. I'm gonna bounce this, and then they'll take 6 here, which actually puts them below 30, which is nice. No, we killed them with Isochron Scepter in the first game, chat. So there's a reason why they boarded in Stony Silence. Our Stony Silence is in their deck because we boarded an Isochron Scepter. Well, that's really sweet. So now we'll get to bolt one of these in response to this trigger, which is nice. Thing in the Ice is a little bit late here. That's really unfortunate. Because now they can respond with it. Okay, so what am I doing here? I'm gonna have to boomerang one of their Serra Ascendants, or I'm going to die. Yeah, I'm gonna have to boomerang one of the Serra Ascendants, or I'll die. Like I said, it sucks doing this before we have Thing in the Ice in play. Yeah, I could have bounced shot, but that's just so narrow. And like they're still gonna have a 6/6 left over. Boomerang the other Martyr and then bolt it just seems narrow. We really need to draw a bunch of instants and sorceries here. That is not the start of drawing a bunch of instants and sorceries. And again, like, if I have cryptic commands in my deck to draw 2 here, I'd be in an amazing spot. But because I don't, we're gonna probably die. Vision Skeins is certainly the type of card that can pull us into this game. God, what a tilt. Oh, I can do the... I can unsub and then unsub, right? Yeah, we're unsubbing our own spell here. So, dead to a path. Okay. Good chance we're still dead because they've got 2 6/6s they get to redeploy here. They have, yep. Okay, so we want to draw a second Anger of the Gods here. We have 3 of those and 22 cards. So we're actually like almost 1 in 7 here to be able to clean their board out, which would be great. Yeah, I need a second Anger. I boarded in all 4, right? Yep. Yeah, let's kill Gideon here. God, drawing second Anger would be so hot here. So our Chalice, we're just dead, right? I guess I can play this other thing, and then maybe Fevered Visions can get us. I don't think showing them Chalice is going to change how they sideboard it at all, so I'm going to go ahead and play it out here. And then I'm just going to pass the turn. I guess I could cast the Anger because it triggers the thing once. And then we could draw Bolt plus unsub it. Unsub or Vision Skeins plus Bolt into other stuff. Yeah, I think we just Anger to take a counter off, yeah. Then we upped it like unsub plus Bolt. Revealing their hand. They have Proclamation, Rangers. They have a Sun Titan. Sure. Dead. Alright. We would have hit. We're one card off of hitting the second Anger here. Alright, we get to be on the play this time. Seems pretty good for us. I don't think I want to change anything. I think I'm pretty happy with what we did. I guess Remand gets a little bit better on the play. Remand gets a little bit better on the play. Yeah, it just is what it is. Just how Magic goes sometimes. Yeah, I'm gonna leave these in. Let's just run it. It pleases me when you ruffle your chest feathers. I mean, Chalice for 1 on turn 2 is still pretty good, I think. I don't think I like more Mana Monkeys over any of the other cards I'm already playing. I think I'm pretty happy with all the cards that are currently in my deck. Before we play this third game, I'll run to the bathroom really quick. I'll be right back, folks. Don't go anywhere. We're only halfway through today's 12-hour stream. Oh. Seems decent. So one of the things you want to do in this deck is, I'm pretty sure we want to play Howling Mine on 2 as opposed to Thing in the Ice. This deck doesn't flip Thing in the Ice super aggressively, so you want to just start generating extra cards with the Howling Mine. I should have done this during their end step. Looks like they're auto-passing though. Yeah, so Thing in the Ice is more of a board control card rather than an aggressive card in this deck, so I'd rather, if I didn't have something else to do on 2, I would play Thing, but generally speaking, I want to prioritize playing Howling Mine out rather than Thing in the Ice out, I think. Yeah, the Titan deck's great, Aaron. What's his name's been top 8ing things with it constantly. Edgar, he top 8'd the team, whatever, top 4'd it. Draw a card, activate this only if you have the City's Blessing. That card's kind of sweet. That card's kind of sweet. It's a Chalice. That's a good one to find. The non-Plains Emeria deck is killing me, right? They forgot to float mana before they played their second Flagstones here, so hopefully that costs them. I think I'm going to end step Vision Skeins here. Martyr, sure. Yeah, the Chalice is certainly going on 1. Chalice is certainly going on 1. Thing in the Ice is a great pickup here, too. Chalice on 1 will lock them out of pathing it, too, which is great. Yeah, kinda, Master Jareth. Just like this random grindy element that they have. Play this land. I'm gonna cast this Chalice for 1. I'm gonna cast this Thing in the Ice. We'll trigger Fevered Visions. We'll move to hand size and discard. Oh, nope, never mind. I'm at 6 cards. Perfect. I mean, it's just like we drew it up. See if they have a Banishing Light or whatever here. They do have an Oblivion Ring, Stony Silence, Sarah Ascendant, Ranger. It's a little unfortunate that they have the Banishing Light. Hopefully we rip a Remand here or an Unsubstantiate. Oh, I can Boomerang the Chalice itself though, right? Yeah, that seems good. So like when they target the Chalice, I'll Boomerang my Chalice. Yeah, that's definitely the line. So I can't just boomerang this because Chalice will re-enter without a counter on it. Oh, they do have another path in their hand, though, so they are going to get to kill my thing in the ice here. But I think that's okay with me. Like, getting another land out of my deck is pretty okay here. They haven't gained too much health, so we could definitely be setting up to kill them with a trap this game, plus Fevered Visions. So they've played Path. It's another Fevered Visions. It's not the worst for us. So let's play this Chalice out. Let's play this Fevered Visions. I'm actually going to play this and fetch a Steam Vents Tap Tier, because again, like, normally thinning isn't very statistically significant, but we're seeing enough cards this game that, like, thinning our deck actually is relevant, because we're just going to, like, see most of the cards in our deck. The Spire Bluff Canal. So we're hoping to draw a... Yep, trigger. Yep, sequencing. I'm gonna save this again. Worth noting here, I don't have a 4th Steam Vents to fetch for. So, my discarding the Spire Bluff Canal could actually really bite us here. Alright, couldn't double anger anyways. Yeah, the lack of cryptic commands in our deck's a real Debbie Downer. I think I want to put at least 2 of those back in, whatever we end up playing. I've really missed that card in these games that we've played. Boomerang plus Chalice is kind of a way to get rid of one of these Serra Ascendants. We are quickly running out of health total, though. Do I want to start by using Vision Skeins? I think I do. I want to start by using Vision Skeins and see what we get. Alright, that's a Cascade Bluffs and another Skeins. So I've got 7 mana total here. So I can Chalice, Boomerang, and play another Visions, which I think is the line. It's the City's Blessing. Alright, there's copies of Exhaustion, if we can ever survive to get there. Yeah, you are correct that sequencing the Chalice last is technically optimal. Hey, Shiner, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime support. I do appreciate that. As always, subscriptions are the best way you can support what I do here, so thank you for that. And we have Thing in the Ice. Okay, they're at 39. They're going back to 33. Leyline of Sanctity. Well, I've already used 3 boomerangs. We might actually be in trouble now. I guess if we clear the board here, we need to draw another anger. Oh, I have Exhaustion. I have Exhaustion for a little while here. You have another Exhaustion. Okay. Okay, so we're cooking with gas. That bolt doesn't do anything because I have a Chalice on 1. Let's just, like, put that in my mind right now. Oh, I can't Exhaustion them because they have Leyline of Sanctity. Exhaustion targets. Shit. Yeah, can't Exhaustion. Chat is correct. Alright, well now we have to Vision Skeins then, right? You have to vision skeins. It's a second anger. Yeah, that's what we got. Then pass the turn here. I can't bolt chat. There's a chalice on one. Bolting is not an option. I should have played this other chalice on one. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 should have played this other chalice on one. Yep. Yep. Leyline's a tough nut to crack. Yep. Yep. What's going on, Reaver? There's a boomerang. There's an anger. I shouldn't have been that lightning bolt. Because if I wouldn't have been the lightning bolt, I could have angered here. Plus bolted their thing. Do we have any lines that lead to victory here? Yeah, this is not Soul Sisters, it's Martyr Proc. This is not Soul Sisters. Soul Sisters and Martyr Proc are different decks. They both gain health and they're both mono white, but they're functionally different decks. I don't really have a way to stay alive though, right? That's what I'm currently in the tank about. I don't have a way to stay alive, correct? I guess I can boomerang this, unsub this, exhaust them, play Simian Spirit Guide. That works, right? I have enough mana to do all that? I think so. Boomerang this, exhaust you, cast Simian Spirit Guide, pass the turn. I can unsub this one. We're dead to untapped land path, basically. I think they have a path that we know about. I don't remember. Well, they can't recast Leyline because they're not getting to untap their lands this turn. So they don't get to recast Leyline. That's not something they get to do. And these triggers get to kill... These triggers get to put them below 30, which means I can anger and kill the Sarah Ascendant. And then next turn, I can unsub the Gideon after exhausting. Are we gonna win this game? Are we gonna win this game? Could we? I feel like this isn't unwinnable. Noxious Survival isn't in my deck right now. So, Anger of the Gods. I could put Chalice on one. I need to exhaustion them, right? That's not an option. That's not optional. So I need to cast exhaustion. This is game 3. And then do I want to put Chalice on one? Yeah, I think I want to put Chalice on one, right? Bolt them before Chalice? No, I don't think that's relevant. I'm gonna stop on their draw step, because if we draw a bunch of traps here, we could kill them potentially. I'm How many Runeflare traps are in my deck? There's still 2 in my deck, right? I haven't exiled any. Yeah, there's still 2 Runeflare traps in my deck. Yeah, we're gonna unsubstantiate the Gideon if they try to do anything with it. Yeah, my Magic Online's lagging a lot because it's using 2.5 gigs of RAM, so I'm down on clock because it's lagging. And this game's also been long with a lot of decisions, but the client lag hasn't helped. We're out of exhaustions though, right? So they're gonna get to untap here, which kind of sucks. I need to hit my traps this turn. I need to draw a bunch of traps here. So if I play this and this, they'll draw 4 cards going to 11. My lack of lightning bolting them could kill me. They get to untap here too, which really sucks. I think I have to hit both my traps, right? I think I have to hit both my traps here. I think... Oh, are we 1 off? I think we're 1 off, right? Oh, if we survive the turn, we kill them with Fevered Visions, though. So I have to survive the turn. So trap you. Trap you. Redirect. Do I want to redirect to Gideon? I don't think I do, right? Well, I think they're setting up to... They're setting up to cast a Path to Exile here is what they're doing, right? They're setting up to cast Path to Exile. They're setting up to cast Path to Exile, chat. Is the problem. They're gonna cast a 1-mana spell here, which means this is only dealing 9, chat. This is only dealing 8 now. Yeah. There's 2 exhaustions in our deck. Yeah. Yep, so they go to 5. No, I don't want to redirect. I'm obligated to bolt this. I think we're going to lose. Because they have Leyline of Sanctity in their hand. Oh, they have this. Yeah, we're going to lose. That's unfortunate.
Dad, is there room in your tree for the rest of the family?
The rest of the owl family is here. The rest of the owl family's here.
Dad, is there room for us in your tree?
Can you come visit? Declan, how's the toddler owl? Oh, yeah, we're super dead. All right, we're going to concede here because the rest of the owl family is here. Can you come here, Declan? Can you come here, Jacob?
That's my mom.
That's your mom? Oh, hoot, hoot. Hoot, hoot. Hoot, hoot. Hoot, hoot. Jake, can you say hoot, hoot?
No.
Hoot, hoot. Hoot, hoot. Hoot, hoot. Hoot, hoot. Hoot, hoot. Hoot, hoot. Oh, you're all about to hoot now. You like your owl costume?
Whoa.
Tell the internet hoot hoot, Jake. Say hoot hoot.
Can you say hoot, hoot? Hoot, hoot. Hoot, hoot. Hoot, hoot. Sailor Dark, thank you very much for the sub. The real team, Londe. Thank you for the Twitch Prime support. I do appreciate it.
Okay, go on.
Oh, that tree? That?
We're in a tree, yeah. You see our tree?
Can mommy come in your tree? Hoot hoot. Hoot hoot.
Oh. I don't got tree, too.
We're in a tree.
Jake, do you want to go in
Yay.
the tree?
What a hoot. XJazz HS, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime support. Oh no! Oh no!
sorry,
He's
I'm getting
knocking!
a
He's
treat
knocking
too,
my
I'm
beak
sorry.
off. It's a real hoot, Manny. Aren't they funny? Aren't they funny?
Here.
Mommy, happy.
Oh, Daddy ate them all.
Dad, my tree, bugger.
Dad ate all the candy because he's fat. Alright.
No, kid. No, kid.
Daddy ate all the candy, I know.
If I bet Mommy will give you a piece of candy upstairs since you were such a good owl,
Dad,
Jake.
my kid.
Yeah, you're a good kid.
That's tree.
All right. Let's play some more Magic, shall we?
That's a black owl.
Dad's a brown owl.
A brown owl?
Brown owl.
That's two owls. It's a beer owl. The beer owl. A red blue owl.
You like blue owls?
I'm so happy.
Are you all done an owl?
I
Okay, all done owl. Thank you, Jacob, for being an owl.
Close.
I appreciate you tolerating this.
Oh, restart Moto. Yep. Need to restart Moto. Thank you.
Declan, you will go upstairs?
I should have done that while we were on the...
Lay down. Oh, two trees. It's 1, 2 trees.
There's 2 trees.
Oh. A tree is going to go this way. Trees are going this way.
There's a tree over there.
Oh, isn't that true? I see trees there.
Declan's very upset that he's no longer in a tree.
Yeah, true. Trees right here. Trees back. This way. Me. Back this way.
He just wants to be in a tree. Why can't he be in a tree?
I'm in tree.
You want to be in the tree one more time? All right, you're in the tree. See the tree?
Dear.
Woo, woo. Yo, you know you're supposed to hoot when you're in the tree? Woo, woo. All right, let's find a match. You can stay in the tree until we find the match.
The match?
The match, yep. You can hoot in the tree until we find a match. Hoot, hoot. Hoot, hoot.
Mommy, this way.
Okay, I'm sorry.
My uncle.
My owl costume.
Hoot hoot! Hoo hoo! Hoo hoo!
Waiting for a match to pop now.
Oh, jeez, where?
It's funny.
We skinned the other owl.
We skinned the other owl. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Wow.
All right, Declan, can you go
Look,
upstairs with
Mommy
Mom?
has owl wings.
Oh, I always choose.
You want owl wings too?
Come on, baby,
All
let's
right,
go
go
upstairs.
upstairs with Mama.
Come on.
I love you, Declan. Thank you for hooting.
What do owls eat? I think owls eat mice. Do you want to eat a mouse?
Yes.
No! Go upstairs. Come on, let's go upstairs.
Alright, this hand's pretty good. We've got turn 1 owl, turn 2, or turn 1 mine, turn 2
Do you
owl.
want something to eat? Do you want a treat? Let's go upstairs and get a treat. Come on.
Can you close the door? Thank you, love you. What is Expedition Map Mox Opal? Alright. Okay, all the viewers that left when the Family of Owls that came down, we didn't need them anyways. They don't know what a good time is. They wouldn't know what a good time is if it came up and punched them in the face. The blue-red prison deck. It plays Expedition Map? Weird. Hey, Shinslol with the Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As always, subscriptions are the best way you can support what I do here. Probably looking up what they want to name with this. Temple Bell. Yep. That one is not in my deck right now, opponent. That one is not in my deck right now. I'll play this. I think I'm just going to hold up Remand this turn. They're going to be on 4 mana. No, I dropped the Mox, so I was bored. I really don't, and that's one of the reasons why I don't join Swiss events too. Like, sitting there continuing to play events that are really long without being able to make changes, like, is dry. The only reason I played the Mox is because it was free. Our opponent conceded the match. All right, touche, touche. Toot toot. All right, so I think I like a lot of what's going on in this build. The scepters have been sweet. I think I want to continue trying the scepters. I think I miss Cryptic Command though. Cryptic Command is a card that's like been really fantastic in this archetype, and I think not playing them is bad. I told him to concede. He didn't have to do that, Silicon. We went 3-2 in the Mox, Andrew. That's way more competitive than a league. Thank you very much. Pretty sure this is a mulligan. Yeah, this hand's much better. Looking for another land. Huh. What do you think of that? That's kind of a thinker. I wouldn't mind. probably fine. I have the vision schemes for it already. We'll put Fevered Visions under Scepter, right? It is a Temple Bell of sorts. You're not wrong. All right, and if they kill this, we just get to play Fevered Visions. Getting 2-for-1 tier will kind of suck, though. And, like, I'm not going to activate this for 2 turns. So, like, this is... I guess now they're probably taking my Fevered Visions. So that means I will be using this. Playing some kind of Sultai mid-range deck. It's an Abrupt Decay, Tilt. Well, I guess that means this Fevered Visions is less likely to die. Fevered Visions is so good. Like, not only does it kill our opponent, but also, like, lets us draw a card right away. And that's one of the reasons why Temple Bell is really good in this deck, too, is because, like, it guaranteed gets cards into your hand. So we know they have a Thoughtseize. Probably gonna take the Rune Flare Trap. If they don't have another... If they don't have another Abrupt Decay or Maelstrom Pulse, this Fever Visions plus the Dark Confidant could probably pressure them out of this game. I think Cryptic possibly better than Scepter. Yeah, I think that's true. I think that's really true. I'm not sold on these Lightning Bolts either. Not 100% sold on the Lightning Bolts either. Yeah, losing Rune Flare Trap there makes sense. Please don't have a way to kill my Fevered Visions. Please don't have a way to kill my Fevered Visions. Please don't have a way to kill my Fevered Visions. Tilt. Yep. Get a Time Walk here. The Time Walk's not a complete waste since Bob is potentially damaging them. JK. They've taken 3 damage off of Bob's and 1 damage off of Bob and 3 flips, so definitely below par for us. Yeah, go. How is no eye to no urban feeling? I don't know. It definitely makes us worse against Tron. Definitely makes us worse against Tron. Taking 1 damage and 4 Bob flips. Probably gonna end, if they don't give us something to remand, I'm gonna end step Center of the Sea and then bolt them. Just gonna bolt them here. Let them take their pick of these. Yeah, but like Scepter could very easily be, it could just be another Howling Mine effect. You Jace. Exhaustion's not a bad hit. If this Bob just changes teams here real quick. Although I guess with Jason play, if we untap land here, we get to boomerang this plus play. I guess I just do this, right? Just like pick this up and then I can reband it next turn. Come on, start finding your 3s and 4s. 5th Bob trigger. Stubborn Denial. That's really bad for us because now I can't remand their Jace. Yeah, I feel like, and like, so people like to tend towards telling us to play cards that like require us to have a lot of cards in our hand. This deck doesn't actually have a ton of cards in its hand a lot of the time because we're really good at spending our cards. No, they have 3 blue. These are expeditions, so they're hard to see. They have Pool, Watery Grave, Creeping Tar Pit. There isn't really a stock version of this deck. There isn't a stock version of this deck for me to test. Wow, they just let that happen. All right, deal. What problem do we have that you're looking for Slither Muse to solve? Again, that's the question you always want to ask yourself. If you want to suggest a card for the deck, that's a great idea. I love suggestions, but you should suggest cards by saying you should play card X because it accomplishes purpose Y. It's better than card Z that you're currently playing. For the love of God, Dark Confidant, flip over cards with converted mana costs. For the love of God. All right, if they don't play a discard spell this turn, this Rune Flare Trap, oh, I guess they have a Stubborn Denial. For those wondering, I didn't save my Mikukoru activation because Bob doesn't count as drawing a card. So Bob plus draw step plus Mikukoru does not let Rune Flare Trap kill them. Yeah, I'm not asking it to have killed them. They've hit 2 converted mana costs from Dark Confidant total in 6 turns. What turn is this? This is turn 9. They played Dark Confidant on 2. In 6 turns, they've flipped 2 total converted mana costs. If their average CMC is 1.7, they should be dead. I'm not asking for 3s and 4s every turn. I'm asking for statistical average. While we draw some amount of spells. Would be ideal. There's literally a deck list on your screen. It's literally a deck list on your screen. In case they crack a clue. That's a good point. That's good feedback. Alright, Blood Moon's good against the Sultai deck, right? Because they had Stubborn Denial in their hand, chat. They had Stubborn Denial. Stubborn Denial. Sorry, they flipped 3 converted mana costs to Dark Confidant. We saw Thoughtseize, Stubborn Denial. Yeah, that's why people like Modern. Piles of crap 7-0 all the time. We run hot enough, we could 7-0 with this. Scepter is probably too clunky here. I think I like the Vanillion clicks. They can take cards that we care about out of their hand and pressure them in the air a little bit. Click's been pretty impressive. It's okay. Like, not exciting, but fine. Dark Confidant, the original weaponized variant, right? Huh. Yeah, I'm going to hold the Spirit Guide for now. I'm going to go ahead and Boomerang this. And then next turn play Mikukoru. I guess we get a little bit punished if they draw exactly a... Ooh. Yes. Pay for Stubborn Denial. Yes. Yes. Pitch Mana Monkey pay. Bounce your land. Bounce your land. Yes. I'm really glad we didn't cast this now. I believe. Soft Stub is a good reason to have sequenced the way we did there. Wasn't even thinking about that. Got rewarded. They have another soft step here. We're really sad, but ding. Sure. My exhaustion is down. Noxious revival. All right. I want to get Maelstrom Pulsed. I don't, but these both, like, drew a couple of cards, right? So, yeah, I'm just going to take these. Spirit Guide. Spirit Guide. Yes! Yes! Victory! All right. Come at me, Maelstrom Pulse. Come at me, Maelstrom Pulse. Come at me. What you got? Oh, that's rude. That's rude. Means we're not getting Maelstrom Pulse this turn. Could get Abrupticate. That's probably fine. Snapcaster Mage, I think, is worse than playing Cryptic Command. They took my Noxious Revival. That's interesting. They just don't want me to rebuy this. I guess that's fair. Just gonna get a basic here because we have, what's it called in our deck? We have Blood Moon in our deck currently. Take my card draw here. The problem is that we just can't defend a Jace. So I don't think that's a market I want to be in. Like an undefendable Planeswalker doesn't sound super appealing. Excuse me. Them missing their land drop there is just aces. Are they dead? They're probably dead, right? I get to remand them, Vision Schemes, Runeflare Trap. Oh, I could have just draw stepped Skeens Trap. Yeah. Blast you. I think I agree. Click would be main boardable if we had other creatures. I feel like just like defaulting to boarding Click in most matchups is probably a good idea, but I really just want to like blank paths and pushes game ones. This hand's okay. It needs red mana, obviously, but like I would just like to keep hands that like have lands and spells against these decks full of discard spells. And, like we have a Howling Mine, we have lots of permanents they have to answer or take. That is not the red source we were looking for. They buried their basic swamp. They probably have two of those. They can't Abrupt Decay this, so that's good for us. At least not until their next turn. What's going on, Muscle Man? We do at least get to start doing this next turn if we keep bricking on red. No, I'm breaking up the YouTube video into sections. I actually already have the first 4.5 hours uploading to YouTube, and I'll probably do a second 4.5 hour, probably do like 3-4 hour bits. Red source, please. Oh, I guess they could have a Stubby D here. We're gonna draw like mono islands the rest of the game. The Vision Schemes. gonna time you out. This hand was a multiply from the beginning because, and then be an adult and use your words. If you act like a child and just scream and yell at me, I'm gonna treat you like my children and put you in the corner and give you a timeout. It's tough having accountability, I know. We drew, what, 3 more lands this game? So we had 4, and then there were only 5 non-red sources left in our deck, and we drew 3 of them. No, we've not played a mirror match. Can't say that that's something I've done yet. Thanks, Herpsha. I assume... Oh, that was loose. I should have done that during their end step. I assume we're going to get stubborn denials here if we do, even if we draw anything. Looking like we're pretty dead. Yep. Yep. All right. I need to take my head off. I need to scratch my hair. Is this ruining the illusion? Have we ruined the illusion? Is everybody sad now? All right, it's going back on. Going back on. Do I need to go off camera when I need to scratch my head? Should I go off camera in the future? All right, so we had like reset the owl counter. My life's a lie. My life's a lie. Who are you? Who is this phony? Who is this phony? Who? All right, so I definitely missed. What do my different builds look like? This is a more flashy build. This is the one with more mines. I didn't really like this one. Let's delete this one. This is the build with vision schemes that we played. We gotta restart the 12 hours. Y'all are savage. This is basically the same as the Scepter Builder. It's very close. I think I want at least 1 owl in the deck, both for meme purposes and an extra win condition. So this is pretty close to what we just played then. Only, what, it's got cryptic commands, and it's got extra unsubs over the lightning bolts that we had. I think I want to try splitting these unsubs with Eye to Nowhere. Why do I want the first owl over the 4th trap? I guess that's true. With vision schemes, the trap is usually pretty easy to enable, right? All right, let's just try 4 traps. The Noxious have been pretty good. Is 2 Noxious too many? Well, you don't want the first Trap Maker Snare until you have 4 traps. So, like... Right, what does Trap Maker Snare do? It's search your library for a trap reveal. Yeah, so like you want to play 4 traps before you actually play a bad card. Like it kind of enables the owl. I guess I could cut a Noxious. Yeah, let's cut a Noxious. The double Noxious has been Noxious has been like when it's good, it's great, but it also like we've had a lot of times where we just can't cast it. Noxious is good at helping flip thing in the ice. That's true. Noxious has been good at that. Do I want 4 things in my board? So the clicks... Let's kind of cement some of our sideboard slots. The clicks are great. I think I'm happy with these. And then 3, 3, and 3 on the rest of these. 4 thing. 2 click. I think we're gonna try... Let's try and hit a league with this. 3 click, 3 TT. Yeah, click's been kind of powerful. I don't know, Thing in the Ice helps us contain the board though, which is valuable. I don't think Thing is that hard to flip. Again, I feel like the people, like if you were only watching earlier, Thing is hard to flip when we're not playing Vision Schemes, but in this build with Vision Schemes, Thing is much easier to flip. Please try Engineered Explosives. It's good against low to the ground. So is Anger and Thing in the Ice. And Anger and Thing in the Ice do that better. Yeah, the moons have been kind of medium. I think I'd rather have another Anger. I think before with 4 Thing and 4 Anger, we could really... You're really pretty reasonable against the creature-based decks that can be hard. Let's try this. Alright, let's hop on in here, shall we? Do I want to sub out the canals? Oh, I guess if I'm going down on bolts, I don't need the canal as much. Although we did just lose a game where we didn't have red. How many red sources are we on? I'm on 11 plus spirit guides. We're on 11 plus spirit guides. Nah, in the matches where you want Anger of the Gods, you want to draw your Anger of the Gods. The exiling is also really relevant. Yeah, I'll cut a canal for an island. And this is so we can be results based. I'm gonna put this island in as this island, so that way I know when this could have been a Spire Bluff canal. I really don't like Sulfur Falls. Not a fan. Not a fan of Sulfur Falls. This one called Vision Schemes. Owl Vision Schemes. Yep, in we go. Taking damage has a real cost. I think I'd prefer not to minimize the amount of damage I take from my lands. Again, Painland is going to make me take a lot of damage. I've got a lot of blue and triple blue cards. So we are running low on play points. We're running low on play points. We have a bunch of chesties though. We have plenty of tickets, plenty-ish. I've got 79 tickets and 12 chesties. We'll be fine. Volcanic Island would be great, right? Opponent chose not to play first. They put me on the play. So they're playing 8-rack. Yeah, double Cascade Plus hands are really bad. Not 8-rack? Maybe they misclicked? Maybe they misclicked? Lone Missionary. Okay. Is it like Emeria control? Yeah, it must be like Emeria control. Next turn, if we hit some lands, we can just start sending their lands back to their hand. They probably just misclicked on the who's going first. All right, so they're going to 22 here. We got 2 shots at an untapped land, and we don't have another Spire Bluff Canal in our deck to draw, so all of our lands are untapped, so let's hopefully find an untapped one here. That's... I mean... I was gonna say that's unfortunate, but that's actually just lethal, right? Just gonna pass the turn here. Four traps is really good when you hit your effects. Dang it, I drew lethal instead of a land. I have been sitting for a while. Thank you for thinking about my body. I should stand up. Enjoy the ride, Trap. All right, I had to flap my way up there. Nobody fell off. Everybody made it to the top. Okay, is that good? Be cool. Alright, so what if instead of me starting my turn, you died? What if instead of me starting my turn, you died? Faithless looting with the brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. As always, subscriptions are the best way you can support what I do here. So thank you, thank you, thank you. They have 2 paths here they won't die. You've activated my trap cards, opponent! Ah, victory! Alright. So this is a sideboard matchup. If they're playing creatures and we're on the draw, we definitely just, like, go for the board plan. Remand seems probably pretty terrible against their... Oh! They put us on the play because they're a Knight of the White Orchid deck. That's why. That's why. They're a Knight of the White Orchid deck. I think I want the unsubs. I'm gonna trim a Spirit Guide. Yeah, I'm gonna trim a Spirit Guide. Yu-Gi-Oh! Confirmed better than Magic, right? I wonder if we're supposed to trim... Am I supposed to cut a trap rather than a Spirit Guide? I'm boarding in 4th thing in the ice. They put us on the draw this time. Thing in the ice. Deal. I wonder, with less blue spells on 2 and Cascade Bluffs, if my mana base can support a basic mountain. And pay cash money for a triple trap kill with Sullivan on camera, right? Alright, so I'm just gonna draw step Skeens into trap here. Yeah, we should just 4 Skeens, 4 trap, just like, this isn't even fair, right? Oh, this is loose. I should have... Yeah, my sequencing here is bad. I should... Yeah, I'm just gonna let this happen. We drew the Spirit Guide so I can get unpunished. I definitely should just hold up Unsubstantiate here and then trap them at end step. Panharmonicon. Although I guess, I could do this into this and then smash them for 7 this turn, but I kind of, oh, that's another Vision Skeens. All right, yeah, that's just really what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and Skeens here, draw 2, and then I could go ahead and Boomerang this Emeria. Flip my thing in the ice over. Smack them. Let's just put 4. We're done dicking around. There's just 4. I don't know what this is. What today is. Today is to figure out for certain things I want to be doing. We're playing 4 traps next weekend. Zerglish with the 16-month tier 1 resubscription. This stream is a hoot. Please take my money. I do appreciate that. And again, when we were having trouble flipping thing earlier in this stream, we weren't playing Vision Skeens. Vision Skeens helps a lot. So I'm pretty sure 4 Skeens, 4 Runeflare Trap are going to be in my deck next weekend. Pretty confident that that's the thing that's about. Wait, why would they? Oh, that's annoying. That's annoying. That counters a trap. Or an anger. Trap requires them to have drawn 3 cards, chat. Trap requires them to have drawn 3 cards. So, just Vision Skeens on my turn does not allow Trap to kill them. Unsubstantiates felt pretty good. 4 is probably too many, but a non-zero amount of these feels good because it like gives us remand-ish tempo without having, while still having the flexibility to take things off the table. No, I don't think we want Thing in the Ice in the main deck. So Modern's a very creature-centric format. Train Owens with the 2-month resub. Thank you very much and welcome back. I do appreciate that. Let's go ahead and Boomerang this Forge Tender. Discard a card. We're on 4 anger right now, right? Yeah, we're on 4 anger, 4 thing. Vendiclick's also, like, okay there. Humans is definitely a harder matchup. The creature-based swarm decks are hard game 1 almost certainly. But post-board, we get some real tools. And then we'll draw step, play Skeens, and then trap to kill them. Haha! Got him. Got him. We are 2-0. 1-0? 1-0, 2-0? At any rate, thank you everyone for hanging out here today. Welcome. My name is Jeff Hoagland. If you're new, I appreciate you stopping by the stream. I'm a full-time meme here on Twitch. We stream lots of sweet Modern and Legacy and Pauper decks 30, 40 hours a week. If you're enjoying what you see and you want to see more content like this, be sure to check out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Jeff Hoagland. All of my stuff gets archived there, including all of our stream today. If you really want to help me make more of this content, the absolute best way to do that is by subscribing on Twitch. My subscribers are the reason I'm able to be here as often as I am. You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors, mtjoetraders.com. We'll have to buy and sell some Magic Online cards with you. And if you use code HoaglandPayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. Hey, Saba Speed 521 with the brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. As always, subscriptions are the best way you can support me here, and thanks for sending your Amazon fun money this way this month. I appreciate that. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience using code Jeff12. You can save 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, binders, and bags with them. And finally, this stream is made possible by viewers like Anoronix and you. Anoronix would like to remind you at the very least, please make sure you hit that follow button. It doesn't cost you anything, and it lets you know when we go live and with what we're going live with. On the draw for this one, I think this is probably a mulligan, right? Both of these in the opener, no way to draw an extra card. Eye of Nowhere's pretty bad on the draw. I'm gonna keep this with a scribe. No gamble, no future, chat. No gamble, no future. No gamble, no future. These are, just gotta nut up and keep hands like this, chat. Gotta have big cojones. Big cojones. All right. Grab an Island. Cast this. Play. Don't forget to turn one button. Yep. Do 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 do. Beep 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 do do do. Do 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 do. Survey says! Survey says! Ah! What a tilt. God, this hand would have panned out to be really good if we'd hit a second land there. We'd have had a bunch of counter spells up this turn. They're gonna Detention Sphere a Howling Mine, and then we'll weep silently. They're gonna Detention Sphere a Howling Mine, and then we will cry silently in the corner while doing so. Do, 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 do. That is not a Detention Sphere. Beep 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 do 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 beep 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 do do. What's going on, Sith? Thank you very much. I would like Vendilion Click. I would like Blood Moon in my deck. Netsuke is very good here. A lot of our main deck cards are pretty good here. I don't know what I want to cut. I definitely want Clicks and Blood Moons. I'm not 100% sure what I want to cut. The Mox command is getting some good mileage. I don't actually think I is that bad here. I think I'd rather cut Unsubstantiate than I, because I think especially on the play, the plan of just like bouncing my opponent's opening lands is pretty powerful. I'm not cutting Trap. That card's just stupid. So glad to be giving you all of my Prime Fun money. I'll continue to do so for the considerable future. Thanks for the literal months of content. Thank you, Yawgmoth Thrill. I appreciate the continued support. Yeah, cutting a couple exhaustions is probably fine, actually. Again, want to keep this Noxious? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Let's do this. Let's do this. This is turn 2, Fevered Visions on the play. Keep. People that are asking, is this the version of the deck I'm going to play at Milwaukee next weekend? The actual answer is, I can't tell the future, so I don't know. If I could tell the future, I would use that power doing something far more profitable than streaming and playing children's card games. The point of playing Magic today is to try and figure out what the deck I want to play next weekend looks like. It's a pretty wall. Can we draw some spells, please? Please? Okay, sure. Yep. Okay. Yep. We're cooking with gas, chat. Cooking with some gasoline here. So I'm gonna filter this to blue-red. And I'll cast Vision Schemes, leaving a red floating so I can trap them. I'm doing this before their path resolves, just in case they draw their basics. Sure. So, do I want to bounce 2 lands here? I probably only want to bounce 1 land and stick the Netsuk. Getting the Netsuk down while they're tapped out sounds pretty valuable. So, like, put you behind. Cast this. Unfortunately, we're a little flooded here. Vision Schemes is a good pickup. They're down to 12. This card's very good in these control matchups. Which one are we taking? Yeah, take that, Ebony Owl, opponent. Yeah, you do it. You do. You take that Ebony Owl off the table. Hoot, hoot, big hoots. Big hoots. Big hoots. Alright, toot toot. Have an 8th card in your hand. Take some more damages. No, stop it. Stop it right now. Yeah, Boomerang, get out of here. Oh, I should have left, I need to get used to leaving this up because it's better if I hit Boomerang because then I can pitch a thing in Boomerang. No, I like my mismatched Boomerangs. No, I think these control matchups in general are kind of favorable for us, so I'd rather have, what's the word I'm searching for? I'd rather hedge bad matchups with cards like Anger than anything else. I'm gonna go ahead and thin. Move to end step and draw with this. We know they have a Dispel, so I don't want to give them a chance to use that just yet. No, I want them to think I could have something. Oh, this is rude. They know I only have... I know I don't have a red source. Huh. What if I know they have a Dispel. Oh, I should have let this happen first, right? Yeah. Yeah, I should have let this happen first, I think. Let's take a peek at their hand here. They have multiple paths in their hand. That's unfortunate. I'll take a picture of this. I think I just take the Serum Visions, right? Because it gives them scries. I'm just gonna take the Serum Visions. Do I want... I mean, if they stick Crucible, that's fine with me, right? Oh, I could Noxious them? Maybe? Yeah, Crucible is definitely what we're taking there. Yes, let's wait and see what I draw for my turn. Yeah, they realize that Crucible is also not very good. Crucible, Colonnade. Hallowed Fountain. Another Howling Mine effect. That seems good for us. Attack here. They'll path me. I'm playing Miku Koru out here. Just like start generating more advantage with it. They need to find a way to answer this Fevered Visions, right? Or they're dead. This is another Vendi click. It's pretty good for us. I guess we know they have another path. They drew Jace. Okay. This is a Desperation Jace. They're dead to the Fevered Visions. Alright. Yeah, the way that played out, I feel like I really don't want these exhaustions. Although I kind of don't want the click since they left Path in their deck. So they left Path in their deck, I kind of just want to cut the clicks. Gonna bring these unsubs back in. Like, get to tempo them a little bit. Land plus Rune Tailor. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. I don't think I want these chalices. I think I'm pretty happy with this. Could bring in a chalice. This is okay. I don't know. If I'm just blanking Path to Exile, I think I'm okay not having chalice. It's fine. Not exciting, but fine. Yeah, I'm gonna top that. We can, on their turn 2, boomerang their land. And then untap in Fevered Visions. And if they tap low here, we just get to go ahead and play Fevered Visions on our turn. Oh, I should have fetched an island here, probably. I'm gonna upkeep boomerang the Celestial Colonnade. Because they're not pressuring our health total, I probably want to fetch pretty aggressively for Steam Vents, since they have things like Field of Ruin and Ghost Quarter that they showed. They were willing to, what's it called? Alright, they have a negate here, potentially, but I think I just want to jam this Fevered Visions. The way our hand is set up, we're, like, not going to be in a position to have this resolve more likely later. How can any Magic streamer compete with a guy willing to dress in an owl outfit? W Pointer, thank you very much for the bits, I appreciate that. Yeah, it smells like a negate. It's unfortunate for me, but I think it's right to jam here. Yep. It's possible that maybe I'm not supposed to have these Simian Spirit Guides in my deck. I guess it's because my opponent a good window to stick Jace the Mind Sculptor, which kind of sucks. Yeah, I'm glad I fetched red aggressively here. Ding. Go. That's what we call a series of good hits in the biz. Yep. Yep. Hey, SGT Kidder with the brand new Twitch Prime Sport. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. As always, subscriptions are the best way you can support what I do here. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Do I want to Eye of Nowhere anything here? Probably. Probably. Just send your land back. We have this going, so like putting them behind on mana while we're both drawing extra cards seems good for us. Again, I really feel like when I'm looking at this deck and I'm trying to figure out which matches I'm looking to solve, like, it feels like the answer is not, I need to solve the control matchup. Maybe I'm supposed to Visions plus Trap right there while they only have 1 mana up. It's very possible. Shouldn't I kill their Gideon? Decks that get under it. Decks where you're bouncing things back to their hand isn't particularly good. Decks that swarm the board. Decks that kill you without having a board presence. Alright, it's a pretty good hit. Let's time walk in here. So we have a bunch of things like Anger and Thing in the Ice in our sideboard. We're trying to solve problems the deck has. What's our problem? People run us out of the game. All right, how do we stop people from running us out of the game? Let's play cards that prevent that from happening. That's how you want to approach deck building. You want to solve problems when you add cards. You don't want to just like randomly add shit for matches that seem weird, or like the match you just played. Like that's very, when you're tuning a deck, especially, and like getting feedback from people, that's a thing that people tend to do. They have very knee-jerk reactions where you play against a control deck and people are like, oh, what if we add a bunch of cards to help the control matchup? It's like, well, like, even if we don't win this match, I don't think we explicitly need a bunch of cards to help this matchup, right? Yeah, decks like Storm and Burn are very difficult for this deck. If we get to untap with these, it'd be pretty great. I mean, all the blue-white decks play 4 Field of Ruin, so like seeing a bunch is not uncommon. And Jade's Fate Sealing us isn't particularly good, so I assume they're just gonna draw a bunch of cards here. We're through 2 Mana Monkeys already. I have all 4 in my deck, right? Yep. I cast a Vision Skeins here. They want to bounce my Howling Mines, it's whatever. Sure, just want to use my mana. Like if we get to untap with both of these, we're gonna have a bunch of cards, then maybe not be able to use all of our mana right away. Let me go ahead. We actually don't have red mana, so I can't play this Blood Moon before people ask. When people ask questions like, have you considered Arcane Laboratory? I genuinely don't know if they're making a joke or if they just don't understand what cards are legal in Modern. It's so hard to tell on Twitch. I'm not playing Arcane Laboratory because it's not Modern legal. Could we mill them out this game? Is that something that could happen? That's unfortunate. They're bouncing our Howling Mine. It's a boomerang that gets me my Fevered Visions back. Do I even want it to get my Fevered Visions back? It's a tough call. I could bounce this Spreading Seas and then play this Blood Moon. Can I kill them? I can almost kill them, right? There's one trap in my bin. If we hit a red source and another rune flare trap, they die, right? Because I can boomerang this one on my steam vents and then just like bury them out. I think that's worth the risk, right? I think we just try and get them. God, what a tilt. What a tilt. We're not playing it to not go for it. I agree. I agree. I think going for it is almost always right. Am I just sticking a Blood Moon here? Could also just stick a Boomerang. Or stick a Howling Mine. Just gonna stick the Howling Mine. Go. Do you think I want to play the one trap there? I don't even know that I want to play the one trap there. I'm through all my schemes here. I guess we're just getting into like hard casting trap territory, but that doesn't sound particularly good.
Hoot hoot.
But
God, we were one card off. I wonder. Yeah, I think I punted this. I think I should have. I think I should have. Yeah, we were one card away from killing them. I think I should have trapped them last turn when I didn't. I think I definitely should have trapped them last turn. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I messed this game up. I just fucked up, Rogue. Why did I make the play that made no sense? Because I fucked up. You are completely correct that there was no reason not to just remand their Cryptic Command and send that back to their hand. I'd have been a card deeper, and then we probably would have killed them with this Rune Flare Trap. Yep, just messed up. Just messed up. So I think that game was very winnable with better play. I think that game was very winnable with better play, which is one of the reasons why we're practicing today. And that's why people keep asking, like, what's your record? Like, when you're testing for a tournament, your record in matches that you're playing, when you're playing something, when you're testing a deck, that doesn't matter. The only reason your record matters is for grinding these Magic Online fun points, right? Like, the actual goal of testing, the results are irrelevant. The goal of testing is, are you learning things about how you're supposed to play your deck? Am I learning what cards feel good in which matchups when I'm sideboarding? Am I learning how I'm supposed to be sideboarding in general? Am I learning which cards I should be prioritizing in specific matchups? Just gonna this thing doesn't matter. Hey, how's that thing that you just said doesn't matter? God, Twitch chat, you're the worst. Get out of here. Oh, Twitch chat. You're not wrong. And again, at the end of the day, I don't think this deck is tier 1 by any means. But I do think that I'm gaining knowledge towards playing the deck better at the event next weekend today. And that's what matters. It doesn't, my specific result today is completely irrelevant to whether or not my day testing was successful. Like that's not like my record at the end of the day. It's like when I can always tell when I'm talking to someone that understands how good testing works and good testing doesn't, because I'll ask them, how's the matchup feel, or describe a matchup to me, and they'll be like, well, I'm 21-7 in that matchup in leagues on Magic Online, so I'm pretty sure it's a good matchup. And it's just like, well, you just didn't tell me anything. You didn't tell me why the matchup is good or why it's bad. You didn't tell me which cards are important. Like, you just stroked yourself off in my face, making yourself feel smart because you've won the matchup a bunch of times on Magic Online. Like, if you have a winning record in a large sample, sure, the matchup is probably good for you, but that's not what I'm hoping to gain by asking you that question. I'm hoping to actually learn something from you when I say, how's that matchup play out? Like, be descriptive, say, the Death Shadow matchup is hard because they have Stubborn Denial and Thoughtseize and a Quick Clock, and my deck has a lot of cards that get countered by 1-mana negate. Like, that's specific and useful. It's far more useful than just hearing, well, we just lost to Death Shadow, the matchup sounds unwinnable. The problem, CK Lau, is that we had bits from Bardic. Thank you, Bardic, for the bits. I think you're doing fantastic, Jeff. I hope you don't get burned out because this is a freaking hoot to watch and learn. I'm having a good time. We're having that's the important part of Magic in general, is making sure you're having a good time. This rant in an owl costume is outstanding. I agree. I feel outstanding. Hoot, 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 hoot. I don't think cards like Aetherize are very good in this matchup because against the aggressive decks, a lot of the time, we have a hard time closing against them. So we can't just temporarily set back all of their creatures. We need to actually take the creatures away or kill them. So the reason why Thing in the Ice is an okay board reset is because when it tempos our opponent's creatures, it also just kills our opponent. It hits them for 7. You should whisper me lists on Twitch or DM me on Twitter, or I see you already have a sub badge there for Give. If you're in the subs Discord, feel free to add me as a friend on Discord and message me there. Again, Engulf the Shore, Aetherize, all these cards fill the Anger of the Gods, Thing in the Ice role. And I think Anger of the Gods and Thing in the Ice do that job better. That's why I'm playing them. Smurmy, I'm not sure if you're trolling or not at this point. There's 4 Angers in our deck. So I'm not sure. Oh, they just activated my trap card, didn't they? That feels good. Feels good. J Robes, thank you for the bits. Appreciate that. I'm gonna try and kill them with trap in response here. If they stub me, I'll remand my trap. Yeah, I like unsubstantiating this deck too. It's been very good, very reasonable. If they have a second Stubborn Denial, they have a second Stubborn Denial. I'm remanding my trap here, because I can just recast the same Stubborn Denial. They have another one. All right, them's the beats sometimes. Steam Augury is not card selection. Steam Augury is card selection for your opponent. It is never card selection for you. Alright, so I'm going to play this Howling Mine out here. I'm going to put this Rune Flare Trap on top of my deck, I think. Chat, the opponent has to draw 3 cards to play the trap for 1 mana. Our opponent, say it with me, our opponent has to draw 3 cards to play the trap for 1 mana. So once more with feeling. Our opponent has to draw 3 cards to kill them with trap. On their turn, they have Snapcaster Mages and all sorts of stuff that kill us. On their turn, they have Snapcaster Mages and all sorts of stuff that kill us. I would much rather wait till my turn. So we can draw another red source, and then... They did opt, but I didn't know they were opting, chat. I didn't know they were opting. If I knew they were going to opt, obviously we'd wait. If I knew they were going to opt, obviously we would wait. We could maybe hit it here. They probably just have another Stubborn Denial, right? Like, we're probably screwed either way here. We're probably screwed either way here. Needed that one a whole lot sooner. I wanted to play around a Stubborn Denial, but maybe that was loose. I wanted to play around Snap Stubborn. All right. This is definitely a Chalice matchup. This is not an Ebony Owl matchup. This is not a Remand matchup. The bounce spells are really good. Unsubstantiate, Boomerangs, I don't know where those are all very good against their Dorkos, and Cryptic Command's kind of expensive. I want whatever sweeper is in my sideboard to kill Mantis Rider, is what I want. I want whatever sweeper is in my sideboard to kill Mantis Rider. We tested Bolt earlier. It's really clunky and awkward. It's really clunky and awkward. I think Blood Moon's too slow and clunky. I feel like they can get access to their lands a lot of the time. I'm usually not impressed with Blood Moon against Shadow when I play it. Double Thing in the Ice is pretty good. I'm gonna keep because of Double Thing. We're only playing one Netsuke because Netsuke is only good when you're winning the game, and when you're winning the game in this deck, you draw a lot of cards. So if you're drawing, maybe I'm supposed to just like Thing on 1, Thing on 2. But like if they thought sees me, just like waiting to play the Thing on 2 is the same, right? Maybe. I mean, if they take the vision schemes, that's great for us. We're gonna draw more spells to flip these bad boys. Yeah, definitely McCarver. And I was pretty sure I wanted at least 3 traps. I just wanted to try more owls again this morning because I cut the owls without a ton of testing with them. And I wanted to play at least 1 or like you know, 10 more matches or so with owls to confirm that the owls were clunky and slow. Hoagland PayPal saves you 8% at MTGO traders. Gross, Stealth and Fatal Push. We're learning lots, Pinky. I think I'm honing in on the cards that I actually want to play. I feel like I'm getting close to being happy with the cards that we're playing. I don't have a basic mountain in my deck. Ramanap Room seems loose. Guess the extra 2 damage could be kind of sweet. Instead of ranting about the deck list being on the screen, I'm just going to give people a timeout when they ask about it. Yeah, I might shove a basic in here, a basic mountain. That's really good. They're at 9. Gross. So, looking for boomerangs, Eye of Nowheres, bounce spells in general, so we can kill this Tassiger, or ship the Tassiger back from where it came from. Back from whence he came. Or you could type !deck in chat, or you could look at the stream info and click on the big giant button that says deck list. It's just like MTG decks or whatever it's called. There's a lot of accessibility on the deck list front. All right, I'm gonna thin an island out of my deck here. I probably should have done that before I did this, honestly. Why are you a sorcery, Eye of Nowhere? Why? This card's so much worse than unsubstantiating these creature matchups. So much worse. We're 100% to Eye of Nowhere here, right? Thanks, Madsheen. Have a good evening. Good rest of your weekend. Or start to your week, I guess. It's Sunday now. As it's arcane. We can't just have strictly better boomerang, right? That would be unreasonable. Holy crap, it snowed. That's... Man, the weather is wild. Rude. God bless. My worst handles today in Michigan. Don't do this to me. No, I'm just not going to put the deck list in the YouTube description. People can just pull them out of the stream. I'm not copying and pasting all the different edits. I'm not saving a bunch of different iterations. MTGO doesn't do revisioning, so. Gross. Just gonna get stubbed out of the game most likely here. I guess we get to draw 2 cards, right? Potentially 3, so like maybe we can draw Bounce Spell plus... Oh, and they just get to replay a Delve Threat as well. Yeah, their deck's just way too efficient for us. Without a Chalice of the Void on one. And this could be a matchup where, if I was expecting this is another reason I just have like 4 Chalices. The matches where you want Chalice, you really want to draw it. I'm feeling like that's a card I'm going to end up landing on 4 of. Whereas like Blood Moon's been consistently like underwhelming and depressing. I've not been happy with that card like almost any time we've boarded it in. I mean, sure. Chalice on 1 should counter Tasker Angler, right? I'm pretty dead. Oh. I did not, Cliffy. I didn't follow competitive Magic then. Played Magic very casually for a long time. Hey, almost. They had cast 0 Stubborn Denials that game. I was saving myself the heartache. The win percentage doesn't matter. Also, I've conceded a bunch of matches that I didn't feel like playing them. That's probably fine, right? I'm not farming Magic Online points. My win percent, my current match record is irrelevant. God bless that Mox command. I'm definitely in the market of just slamming this Fevered Vision. This art is really sweet. I think I've seen that before. Mana Leak's unfortunate. Yes. Yes. The reason why we're playing the card is for the reason you just listed. Nah, record doesn't work, Hippie Long Ears. Or Professor Yana. That command hasn't worked in a really long time. It is in Avon land, actually. Yep. I'm actually okay with vision resolving, right? It's coming off yet? Next turn. Yeah, Storage Matrix is interesting. I might go pick some of those up and try them in the next league. Alright, so I assume they're going to make a play here on their next turn since the Ancestral Vision is coming off. So I'm going to go ahead and pass the turn here. I can go ahead and Rune Flare my trap my opponent during their draw step, because their Ancestral Vision is going to trigger it for us. I wonder if we should try AV in this deck. I wonder if we should try AV in this deck. Dome you for 8. Yeah, AV has 2 modes in this deck, which is sweet. Hey, Rogue Dragon, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime support. I do appreciate that. As always, subscriptions are the best way you can support what I do here. Yeah, the bolts didn't feel good. People are so used to getting to spew. No, I think Skeens is narrow. I think I'd rather try and save it for later, so I can remand this league. The Snapcaster Mage is a clock for them, which is a little bit annoying. This is game 1, so I'm not really worried about Dispel, but Spell Snare is a card my opponent could realistically have. I guess they could possibly be on Spell Pierce too. That's an interesting idea, McCarver. The problem is that, like, again, I feel like a lot of the cards that, like, that you just suggested, they're what I would describe as win more cards. In order for the win condition that you just described to work, our opponent, we have to have a lot of Howling Mine effects in play. And if we have a lot of Howling Mine effects in play, we don't need extra help beating them, generally speaking. Yeah, that too. You don't want to split your focus, generally speaking. I mean, random extra commands don't really hurt anything. They forgot to attack with their Snapcaster Rage. God bless. I'm going to cast this Vision Skeins trying to hit a land drop here. No, I think decks that are bad against Grixis Delver are just pretty bad in Legacy in general. He's a little narrow. I think I want the Simian Spirit Guides for the surprise factor. We're winning this race here, technically. It's going to be a Cryptic Command. Yeah, the costume's great. It's very mean, opponent. All right, so now we get to unsubstantiate this. So now next turn we get to kill them with, we get to exhaustion them, which is great for us. So they're going to 8 here. We're looking for trap to kill them at this point. I'm the Easter Owl, chat. Aren't you familiar with the tale of the Easter Owl? I think I'm going to actually cast a Sibian Spirit Guide here. Yeah, I'm going to Exhaustion plus cast Spirit Guide. Yeah, I agree. I think testing AV is probably worthwhile. I don't know that As Foretold is good, but AV sounds reasonable. We also generally lack things to do on the first turn of the game. Going on, Hank? Tell us, Papa Jeff, the story of the Easter Owl. Well, you see, kids. Opponent's down to 6, so trap is lethal here. Again, Visions from Beyond is a card that's only good when you're already winning the game. That makes it a win more card. I'm gonna cast the Skeins. I'm gonna try and cast this, get lands and other stuff. No, those are lands. I'm gonna thin a land here. Opponent's had enough. All right. If you want more instant speed minds, you play Dictative Crew Fixed. You don't add more clunky cards. Like, I feel like that's why a lot of people's modern decks are pretty unsuccessful. Like, we're trying to make this deck as competitive as possible, and like people keep suggesting adding like 4, 5, and 6 mana cards to it, and that's not what we're looking to do. Like, this deck's already pretty clunky, and we're not looking to add more clunky cards to it.
I like when you use your serious voice in that because it's really hard to take you seriously.
I've been told that owl lectures have been A+. Just so you're aware.
The owl lectures.
The owl
because
lecture.
Owls are so wise. Here. Everything's closed today. It's a holiday.
Oh, we can't get takeout. Everything's closed. That's so sad. That's so sad.
Wait, how much it's snowing? And we went to the park yesterday.
It's still snowing?
We were.
All right, I'm gonna mute myself and eat the sandwich really quick, chap. Looking outside my house. This is... Focus. God, it's ridiculous. It's so obnoxious. God, this weather. That's wild. It was like 60 degrees and we took the kids to the park yesterday. I'm not gonna remember to say something at the start of every round. I don't make promises or agreements I can't easily keep. I'm realistic. Something like agree to say something at the start of every match, that's something I'm just gonna forget. I'll feel bad, so. I think I'm gonna draw Step Skeen's trap here. Try and bait some interaction out of them before I stick this thing in the ice. I guess this gives them a window to stick Jace though. To the people in chat that weren't here earlier, we're not a control deck. People keep making suggestions like this is a control deck. It is a combo burn deck. It is a combo burn deck. We're not playing lightning bolts and snapcaster mages and tempo cards. Our goal is to try and lock people out of the game and make them draw cards and burn them out. What your goal is doing, you're talking about building Blue Moon, and Blue Moon's a very reasonable tier 2 deck that's more powerful than what we're playing here, almost certainly. And it's okay if you want to play that deck, but that deck is a different deck than what we're playing on stream. That deck is a different goal than what this deck is. Our burn spells do 8 damage for 1 mana. I don't think I want more than 4 copies of Runeflare Trap. Even these 4 copies we have now are kind of clunky a lot of the time. Like, again, Runeflare Trap is... The thing you have to remember about the win conditions in the deck, chat, is that when we're winning, we'll find the win conditions because winning means we get to draw a bunch of cards. That's something to remember. When we're winning the game, we're drawing a lot of cards. I do think Ancestral Vision could be sweet. I think that's a card I want to try. Someone said Serum Visions earlier. Like, what am I cutting? Am I just like cutting a bunch of like one-ofs of cards? Yeah, I agree that it could even be half a trap too many. I agree with that assessment. And like, Trap's the type of card I could trim if I was adding Serum Visions. But like, I don't really want to cut Howling Minds. I guess I could cut like a Vision Skeins maybe. Maybe. Alright, Spell Snare me. Yeah, I do agree with that, Cliffy. No, I definitely don't think 2 traps is enough. 2 traps is did not feel anywhere near consistent enough. I think I'd rather have Noxious Revival, because Noxious Revival is kind of a Snapcaster Mage that can replay Trap for its alternative casting cost. Like a Tarmogoyf here, that would be kind of scary. They don't have a Tarmogoyf, and we hit a land, we could probably remand them out of the game. Goyf's unfortunate for us. Land, please. Land, please. Ding. Alright, so I'm just gonna put Mahowl into play here. Yes, we are color intensive enough that colorless lands suck. We don't even have a basic mountain in our deck. So, again, chat, one of the things you have to be aware of is that we're letting our opponents draw a lot of cards. So when you play a Blood Moon, our opponents are going to find their basic lands. Collective Defiance is cute. That card's kind of sweet. Huh. Could that card be good? I think that card might be good. What do we think, chat? Collective Defiance actually sounds kind of awesome. That is very red mana intensive. That's true. That is very fair feedback. What do I want to do this turn? I think I just want to stick Thing, just work towards flipping this. If they have a Spell Snare, I can remand them. These are the types of games where Netsook is just insane, right? What matches us in this league? Are we 1 and 2? Yeah, we're 1 and 2. I don't think I've ever won a game with this deck by milling my opponent out. Milling the opponent out is not what you do. That's not something you're playing towards. What are they casting? Oh, Engineered Explosives. That's... I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about that. I think I'm remanding it, but I have mixed feelings on how I'm supposed to feel about Engineered Explosives for 2 here. It is the purest of 3 for 3s, but I'm unsure how I feel about it. I think if they want to bolt my Thing in the ice, I'm okay with that. They don't have a land. That's good. And you did. Well, eventually you're going to be dead. This is another good example of like why cards that want us to have 7 or more cards in our hand aren't good in this deck. Our deck generally doesn't keep a ton of cards in its hand when it's winning. Alright, so what did I say I wanted to try? Do we want to try Serum Visions in here? What are other things I said I wanted to try? Back, no, you've been subscribed for a little bit, right? Unless you just subbed, you should be able to see it in your servers. AV, Serum Visions, anything else? It's okay. I'm gonna keep it because we're on the play. Collective Defiance. I don't think Shadow of Doubt is very good. Collective Defiance and AV. I'm gonna write these down. So, Collective Defiance. Collective Defiance, AV, Serum Visions. Storage Matrix, yeah. Probably in time for 1 or 2 more leagues after this. We'll see what our timing is going like. I don't think I'm gonna try Scepter again. Phyrexian Metamorph seems narrow and bad. Nah, I think White Boy is clunky. I'd rather just play more. If I'm gonna play something clunky, I'd rather play more Cryptic Command. Another Death Shadow deck. Traverse Shadow, maybe? Oh, gambling. Okay. They're like some kind of Death Shadow Hollowed One deck. Can I have a land, please? Ding. Ding. Oh, geez. They're gonna turn on Rune Flare Trap for me. Good guy, opponent. Alright, I'm gonna 8 them here. Jace Bellerin's just slow and we can't protect him. He's slow and we can't protect him. No, I don't think Pendium's very good. Unless I'm playing Scepter, and Scepter wasn't particularly impressive, so I don't think I want to play it. Perfect. So I'm just gonna bounce both of these things. While tuning a deck list has been fun, it's been a while since I've done it. I definitely remember why I've enjoyed doing donation deck lists on stream, because like hearing lots of ideas shouted out and rejecting the same things over and over again is kind of frustrating after a long day. They binned one Hollowed One there, so that's good for us. Hopefully they only have one here. Howling Mind does not work if it's tapped. It's one of those really old artifacts that's templated that way. It's a Delve threat. It's a lot of birds. Huh. Let's start with vision schemes here. Hopefully it'll land. Ding. Exhaustion them here. And next turn we can go net soak plus exhaustion again. Yeah, I like lead on Skeens, hit my land drop. You get one bird back here. We actually just kill them with a trap if we draw it, right? So we take 10 down to 6 here. The Ebony Owl plus Exhaustion is probably gleeful here. I have a Simian Spirit Guide, Vico. Owl doing some good work here as an extra win condition. Yeah, I think solving that problem again. I don't have a good solution. I'm just commenting on not having dealing with it when doing my normal streams has been nice. I think this is just like remands and things, and I know Ebony Owl just killed our opponent there, but I'm actually pretty sure that card's bad in this matchup. I'm gonna bring in Anger. I'm gonna trim a Rune Flare. I'm gonna trim a Noxious Revival, I think. We'll lean into these a little bit more. Do I want to cut a Vision Skeins, maybe? I want all the bounce spells because they have Dealt Threats and Hollowed ones that they're good against. I could see not boarding in all 4 Angers. Yeah, I like just playing 3, because they do have a lot of draws where this card doesn't do anything, right? Now, I think Cryptic is fine. Remember, Cryptic's basically fog draw card in matches like this, and I think I'm in the market for fog draw card. Anger hits their 1-drop, it hits Bloodghast, and it's Flamewake Phoenix. I don't think Chalice is very good. They have a lot of 1-mana spells, but we don't care about most of their 1-mana spells. Maybe it's even right to only have 2. We're not playing this deck to not play turn 1 Howling Mine, right? Worth noting, this could have been a Spire Bluff Canal here. So I have the different artwork island. It's the other part about playing against the opponent's deck. Don't count your chickens too hard because you don't know what your opening hand actually is until the game starts. Blast is too slow. You want it to be 3. You want the sweeper to be 3 mana. I have considered playing Slag Storm instead of Anger of the Gods. But God, we lost our other thing in the ice. That's bad for us. I was really hoping that we're down 2 things and a Rune Flare trap. So like even if I'm able to disrupt my opponent here, we might be behind the 8 ball just because we can't efficiently kill them before they draw out of it. Gemstone Cavern was bad in all of my testing. You just draw so many cards with this deck that drawing the Cavern feels miserable. Like, colorless lands are really bad in this deck. I don't main board the Thing in the Ice because Modern is a format that has a lot of creature removal in it. So by not having any creatures in my main deck, we get to gain virtual card advantage by my opponent drawing cards that don't do anything against us. It's just flashing back Faithless Looting. Oh, this, sure. Maybe I was supposed to shock and leave up Boomerang here. It's possible I should have shocked and left up Boomerang. We don't have enough artifacts to trigger Metalcraft on Molten Psyche. Without Metalcraft, that card's just shit. No, that's not, I want 3 Steam Vents in my deck, Shadowless. The question was never, am I cutting Steam Vents? The question was, am I playing this as an island or a Sulphur Falls? Fevered Visions. Huh. Yeah, I'm just gonna shock this in and cast this spell, get this going, I think. It literally wouldn't have been any different, Shadowless. I still would have played the island on 1. Or the Sulphur, and then I would have played a tap lands. What problem are you trying to solve by adding Spreading Seas to my deck? What matchup or issue do you envision us having that adding that card solves? That's, again, those are the questions you want to ask yourself when you're trying to implement good deck building principles and trying to tune and change deck lists that you have that exist. What issue are we fixing by making the change that you want to make? And if you can't answer that question, you probably shouldn't make the change that you're interested in making. So if we hit a land next turn, we can go Anger plus Eye of Nowhere, which would be great. So we've got 2 draws to find a land. 10. We're definitely casting Anger. Hopefully we hit an untapped land here so we can. Survey says tilt. Survey says tilt. We could die here if they have some bolts in their hand. And this other Fevered Visions. Yeah, I really don't like the Blood Moons. They're kind of okay against Tron, but I think that's narrow. Honestly, I might just not play them. We mentioned Serum Visions. This is an issue Serum Visions can kind of fix by like having a card like Serum Visions in your deck. You both stumble and flood a little bit less simultaneously at the cost of some resource efficiency. Yeah, Noxious Revival that we're playing is kind of like a Snapcaster Mage that can get back trapped, basically. Ancient Grudge, that's annoying. Alright, we're going to 10 here. We're going to 6 here. We do get to Exhaustion them this turn, which is nice. They're down to 9. I think I'm just going to go ahead. Well, I can just kill them, right? I just kill them, right? I could be a little bit conservative and go Exhaustion here, right? I could just go double Vision Skeins trap them, though. And, like, even if they play 2 cards... Yeah, I'm just going to go double Skeins trap them. They could double bolt us in response there. They could double bolt us in response at the end there. All right. All right, I need to run to the restroom really quick. And then we'll grab some more cards for the last leg of Stick. Thanks for freaking out. Don't go anywhere.